So this is where our canning pantry started. We had these 3 shelves lined up on the wall over there, and we were able to use these 2 and fill them with our filled canned goods. And then we used the extra one for all of our empty jars. And for a while that was really good, but we found out pretty quickly that this is not near deep enough for what we need for all the cans that we were putting on here. They really only fit, I think it was like 4 pint jars deep and 3 quart jars deep. And we found that having them on the wire made them feel a lot more tippy. We didn't have any accidents, but we were just a little concerned about having things close to the edge. So it really limited how many cans we could actually store on here. By the end of our canning season in 2022, we had ended up filling the kitchen table that was in front of it just full of cans. And that's when I went to Danny and I said, I need help. This isn't enough. We need to figure out a better canning pantry. So we made this over here. It's pretty cool, isn't it? So this canning pantry, we're calling it, goes floor to ceiling, and it holds, all of these shelves are big enough to hold quart jars. And then I've got 3 sections here, 4 feet wide and 2 feet deep. And then we also created an extra space down on the bottom. We intentionally made this deep enough so that I could put 5-gallon buckets in here for long-term, like flour, salt, beans, rice, 5-gallon bucket storage for that. We have not created that system yet, so right now they're holding all of our potatoes from last year, tons of butternut squash, and then delicata squash still as well. So, but this thing's been amazing. It has held all of our canning items, and we intentionally made it big enough to do that and also have room for really any other space that we might need. So right now, if you look, we've got these 2 areas with cans, not full, but with cans. And then this 3rd 4-foot section is empty, and we're just using it for random storage right now. Also, these top 2 shelves, we can put filled cans up there, but right now they're just holding all of our extra empty jars. So this has been perfect for us. Another great thing about this, it is a solid surface, so I don't have to worry about any wire or anything tipping. It's also much deeper. It's 2 feet deep. So that means that I can fit, I believe it's 7 or 8 pint jars back, and then 6 quart jars back. So that's been awesome. But I figured now that we've got all of our jars up and in the same place, I'd go ahead and show you what we've got and what we've been canning. So I'm going to take you over to this end and we'll go across. So up here, I've got cranberry juice. This is new for me this year. I did it 2 different ways. One with the berries, and then one where I made the cranberry juice ahead of time and canned it. Pretty cool. And we've had a couple of these and they're delicious. I felt like last year all I was doing was buying all the cranberries up at the grocery store every time I went, all through November. And I'm probably going to do that even more next year because this has really been really good. We've got cowboy candy right here. Really pretty colors.
And what's in that?
So that's like candied jalapenos. So spicy sweet. I've got lots of peach jam. That's my favorite jam.
Yeah, that's really good stuff.
Mm-hmm. And then both of these right here are cranberry sauce. Because I love turkey with cranberry sauce. So I got that there. Right here is my green bean shelf. I've got some from last year and the year before. We normally do it, eat a quart's worth, Danny and I, but sometimes we just need a little bit, so I've got some pints here too. And then this shelf is going to be a lot fuller really soon. I just have not had the chance to fill it up. This is all of my stock. So all of this over here is chicken stock or chicken broth, and this is turkey stock. So we have several chicken carcasses in the freezer that I just need to get going and cook down and pot up. So I don't know how much you can tell, but pretty neat, the color variations in the stock. Can you see that on camera? I'm not sure if you can.
A little bit, yeah.
A lot
It's
of
not
that.
as
Not as
there's a couple of them in there
profound
that
on
are a little
there,
bit
yeah.
lighter.
So a lot of this actually has to do with how much onion skin you actually put in the stock. It doesn't matter how long the chicken's been cooking or anything like that. It's the onion skin that gives it the dark color. So
That's interesting.
that was neat to learn. I've got some pork and bean soup here. I've got what they call ugly chicken. So this is chicken that was raw packed. Great for salads and stuff like that.
Interesting.
More. Oh, just kidding. I was thinking it looked funny. This is turkey. So this is turkey I got in November. And then this is the ugly chicken right here. Much uglier.
They both look pretty ugly.
I know. Well, you think about it, you don't realize, but like this is what the inside of your cans look like. You just can't see it, you know? So
Yep.
I've got chicken soup right here. Again, super ugly.
Cool.
But delicious. And then over on this side, I've got potatoes. So you may have caught one of our videos last summer. If not, we'll post a link in our description. We harvested 600 pounds of potatoes.
Yeah.
Was it over 600 pounds of potatoes? Yep. And we have been pretty much eating them since last July, like they've been going out of style. We had them almost every night. We're having them for breakfast. We're giving them away to multiple friends and family. And then we canned them. We've also froze some as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got these kind of set up in 3 different ways. I've got some for like frying potatoes. I've got some for French fries. And I've got some to make mashed potatoes with. So, all right there. And then this right here, I call these shelves kind of like my his and hers section. There are some things that I have a taste for and some things that Danny has a taste for, but we don't tend to share too much. So one of those is pickles. I like sweet pickles. So we have lots and lots of sweet pickles. I actually based it off of one of my grandmother's sweet pickle recipes that I loved growing up as a kid. And that was one of the major things that made me want to get into canning because I couldn't find sweet pickles like this anywhere in the store. So love these. And then Danny loves dill pickles. And he eats a lot more pickles than I do. So we've got lots and lots of Danny pickles.
Tons of Danny pickles.
Yeah. We actually, we didn't need to make this many. This is probably too many for you.
Yeah.
But we had a ridiculous amount of cucumbers, not last year, but the year before.
Yep.
So there we go. I think this last year, I think I made you 1 round of spear pickles.
Yeah.
Like 1 set of spear pickles and then some relish. And then we didn't can any more cucumbers after that this year.
Didn't need to.
The rest of it is from the year before because there was just so many.
Yep. I gotta get busy on that.
Yeah. So here's more sweet pickles of mine. So these are from 2 years ago. 21. And then this is dill relish. This is from most of these are from the Ball Book of Canning. Danny says this is the best relish ever.
It is really, really, really good.
We've got enough, hopefully, to get us through the season. You go and
yeah, I don't eat
eat
relish
lunch
every day.
so.
It's not an everyday item, but I do like relish every once in a while.
And then this is coleslaw. I need to crack this open. I need to be brave enough to do it. I actually saw this from that 1870s Homestead. Rachel made this, and she talked about how amazing it was. So I made it, but I haven't tried it yet. So
speaking of that 1870s Homestead, that's actually where we got this idea and this kind of design was from that 1870s Homestead.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically the exact same thing. I just fit it to our area. And
yeah, they were a big inspiration for this. She's got kind of like one of these sections that is all quarts and one that is all pints. And really the biggest difference is we just made all of our sections the same, but we use them as inspiration for how to put it together.
Yeah, these are 8 inches of space, a little 8 inches, 8.25 inches of space in between there, just in case people were wondering.
Right. And then here's our last shelf, is our tomato shelf. So this last year is my first year canning tomatoes, any kind of tomato style product. And these all came from our garden last year. I learned how much of a pain it is to grow tomatoes, or not to grow tomatoes, but to process tomatoes. And I've tried several different methods, whether it's like freezing and taking the skins off, whether it's doing the boiling water and then, you know, blanching them and then taking the skins off after that, or just cooking them down and not taking the skins off and then running them through the food mill. No matter what, it takes a long time. It's a big mess. And then it takes a lot of tomatoes to do this, but this is some of the best stuff that we've canned. So it's just a labor of love. And it's given me a whole new appreciation for people that cook or can with tomatoes. But here we've got 3 different products. Right now we've got, well, 4 different products technically. I've got plain tomato sauce, and then I've got pasta sauce, so a seasoned tomato sauce, and then we've got our his and her stuff again. I've got medium salsa, and then you've got spicy salsa. And when we say spicy, we say like extra chunky, extra spicy for you. So this is my salsa and this is his salsa. And with these, with both of them, we've got homegrown peppers in them. But with these, it's just like 2-gallon bags of serrano and jalapeno peppers added into the salsa mix.
Yep. And we have more of that upstairs too.
Yeah. Very spicy. But yeah, that's all the things that we can currently. Like I said before, I've got room for more just within these 2 sections. And then as I expand out, we'll start using this 3rd section as well. But before garden season starts next year, I've got lots of beans to can up. I've got lots of broth and lots of turkey to can up still. Yep. So I'll be working on that. But yeah, that's it. Let us know if you have any questions, comments, anything that you'd like to ask us about this. It was something that Danny put up pretty quickly. I mentioned it to him, and then a couple weeks later, over his winter break, he was able to put this up in, I guess, a little less than a week. So
yeah. I think it was 3 days, to be honest.
4 days if you can't get into stuff, right?
No, I think it was 3 days altogether. Yeah. I did a pretty good job. It was pretty fast.
But it's nice to have this. It's right here next to our stairs to go upstairs, so it's really convenient now to just come down here and grab something and use it. And it's nice and lit up because we've got our shop lights set up that are motion sensors. And we can just pop down here and grab something.
Yep, we got a nice table right here. And so we can do our processing and stuff like that over here that we need. And yeah, I think it worked out pretty well and will work out pretty well. They definitely seem sturdy. So
yeah, they've held up for sure.
Well, we're gonna put that to the test.
Right. Well, thanks for coming along, guys, and we will see you on the next one. We've got lots of stuff planned, even for the next coming months. We sat down last night and we talked about some big projects that we want to plan in the next, say, 2-3 months that we're going to take you along for. And we've got big plans in the garden. So hopefully we'll try to go ahead and sit down with you in the next week or so and let you in on some of those. But until then, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.